everyone, thanks so much for coming to watch this video. I had so many people request doing a Skittles EOS, so here it is. This is my edible Skittles EOS treat. This is not lip balm, this is pure candy. It's so easy to make and you can eat it afterwards. That's the best part, and don't they look so yummy? In order to make these, first you're going to need your EOS lip balm container. Now, this is what an EOS looks like for those that have never seen one. So this one does have the lip balm in it, and for the sake of this video, obviously I will empty it out. And of course you need your Skittles. So I'm going to be doing lots of flavors, that's why I have both bags. But this is your lip balm, okay? And so what you need to do is you need to separate it into 3 parts. So you take off the lid, but then you pop the middle piece out using a sharp object. Make sure that you guys are really careful, okay? And there you have the bottom. And to make the EOS Skittle shape, you guys, you actually use the lid, so that's where you put the candy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the lip balm. So, you know, sometimes what I do, you guys, is for those of you that aren't quite finished your lip balm, you can scrape it out and you can actually put it in another container so that you can continue to use your lip balm. Because of course we don't want to waste this precious EOS lip balm. So here we go, just going to carefully scoop it up. And sometimes what you can do is if you turn the EOS container into candy, once you're done eating the candy, you can always put the lip balm back in. In order to make these, you guys, you're actually going to start with the lid, and then you're going to melt the candy and pour it into the lid. Then you're going to screw on the middle piece, and obviously you'll let that cool off, and then you'll snap on the bottom, and then you'll screw the top off again, and there you will have the classic egg shape of the EOS, but in this case it'll be delicious edible Skittles. I have all my colors, and I'm so excited, you guys, because we get to use the original and the tropical, and there's so many delicious flavors. Skittles really are my favorite candy, so this is quite a treat to make this. So this is the classic Skittle flavor where we have our 5 flavors: strawberry, orange, lemon, lime, and grape, of course, all so delicious and chewy. Okay, and our tropical Skittles. So these also look super delicious. 5 other flavors other than the original. We have pineapple passion fruit, banana berry, mango tangelo, strawberry starfruit, and kiwi lime. All so delicious. Look at all that candy. So now the fun part, we get to decide what flavors we're going to match up with the colors. Strawberry with the red, orange with the orange, what is that, strawberry starfruit with the pink, grape with the purple, pineapple passion fruit with the blue, and since we have 2 greens, I'll put the kiwi lime with the turquoise, and the lime with the little bit of a lighter green. And then we have our off-white sort of vanilla last one, and it kind of makes me think of the inside of banana, so I'm going to put the banana berry with that one instead of the lemon. Okay, so let's make pineapple passion fruit first. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to get your lid ready. You're obviously going to grab your Skittles, so I'm going to pick out all the blue ones here. While I'm taking these out, I just want to make sure that you guys understand you need a microwavable dish, and you also need parental supervision if required, okay? Because this candy can get hot. You want to grab about 10 to 12 of these for our first phase. So here we have our lid, and what you're going to do, you guys, and this is super important, is that you're going to coat the lid with oil. So I have my cooking spray here, and I'm sure any oil will be fine. But if you don't do this, you guys, the candy actually sticks to the lid, and then it's very difficult for the lid to come off, and sometimes the candy gets broken off with it. So remember that oil. Then you're going to put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. You don't need to be boiling or completely melted. You just need for them to be soft enough that you can smush them and break them up. So that's what it should look like. So the shells don't quite melt ever, just to the point where you can crunch them up. Okay, but the gooey stuff inside does melt pretty good, so that's what's going to hold everything together. So carefully, you're going to scrape that out. So remember, it's only about 20 seconds, but the candy still gets extremely hot, so you want to make sure that you're very careful, you guys. You're just going to smush it in there, use whatever you have. I believe I used the base of the EOS. I think that's probably the best one. And this is another tip, you guys. You want to make sure that when you're filling the lid up, you keep the candy out of the way of the little areas where the middle piece is going to go, or else the middle piece will get stuck as there's going to be candy in the crevices. Because it's oily, you can actually sort of slide it out, you guys, and check to make sure that you have no gaps. So that looks pretty good. And then once you're happy with that, you're going to screw the middle piece on and start prepping for the next part. So you're going to grab about 10 to 12 Skittles again so that you can pour it through the middle piece so that everything is attached together. So again, about 20 seconds to melt your Skittles, and this is where you guys really have to push it through those holes so that these Skittles stick to the Skittles that you've already put into it. And if this doesn't happen, you guys, you run the risk of ripping the top of your EOS off when you take your lid off. So you want to make sure that you really spend some time pushing this through the holes. And again, I use the base of the EOS to really get in there. So once you're happy that you have all your Skittles nice and smushed into your EOS lid, you can put it in the fridge or freezer. Obviously the freezer will be a lot faster, so it's up to you. Okay, and once it's hard enough, you want to snap the bottom of the EOS on. And there you have it. This is your edible Skittles EOS. So it looks kind of cool because the shells are sort of smushed in there, and then you have the gooey stuff that's hardened a little bit. And you'll notice that there's kind of like those holes everywhere, but the best part is that it's shiny and smooth. And this is fresh out of the fridge, so it is hard, but if you guys let it sit out for a bit, it does soften up so that you guys can take a big bite out of it. Okay, so there you have it. Here's all my edible Skittle EOS treats, and I think my favorite might be this pink one, and you guys can see that it's actually quite hard, so you can kind of use it maybe as a lollipop, and I just tried biting into it and it's pretty hard. This one also may have been just fresh out of the fridge, so you want to kind of let it sit out for a bit if you want it softer. I believe the orange one here is still soft, so I'll show you that you can still bite into it. Yep, that worked. So tasty, you guys, and see how you can just bite it when it's nice and soft. So there you go. These are totally edible and so much fun to make. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please make sure that you subscribe as we're going to be uploading many more videos like this.